thought our guys, really played clean and well in the first half. I told our team afterwards, really difficult to get a shutout in college football. Didn't happen many times today. I don't know exactly how many there were, but they're pretty uncommon. So it was a heck of a job by us defensively. Thought, we really did a good job of, playing physical and tackling and, get off the field on third down most of the time. And so I was really pleased to see that. We got to play a lot of players. Was happy to see that. Thought we got a little sloppy at times in the second half. We had some young players that were playing that we're going to need for those guys to kind of grow up and play for us. And so, a lot of things to improve on. But again, overall, pretty pleased with our performance. And, we didn't have a ton of big plays. It was more of a kind of a grinded out, offensive mentality. I also want to say thanks to our student body, had over 6,100 students that attended the game tonight, which was awesome. I think it was fourth highest student attendance in school history. So hats off to the students, and excited for next week, obviously, to go play Central Florida, but pretty pleased overall with what happened tonight.
Coach, positive 6 for 6 in the red zone. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, that's obviously been, something we needed to get cleaned up, particularly with the fumble we had last week, and thought we took better care of the ball, tonight than we did last week as well. Had the bad snap at the end, but thought we played pretty clean. It's good to see us execute in the red zone. I think a big part of it was, we ran the ball consistently down there. We made some plays when we had to, and we were 4 of 11 on third down. We got to get that. We got to improve our third down percentage. But I thought overall, especially in the red zone, it was good to see us go down there and execute, score touchdowns as well. We had a couple of series in the first half that, we got the defense got the offense the ball in good field position, and we had to settle for field goals. And so clearly we got to get some things cleaned up and execute better and score touchdowns in those situations.
You guys got JoJo back today. What type of boost was it to give you guys?
Yeah. We were kind of been a little bit banged up. And JoJo's done a really good job of kind of bouncing around and filling in where we needed him to. He's, we intended to play him outside, this year, and felt like he could make the biggest impact, playing outside receiver. And then as some guys started to go down, in particular Major, and then moving Besh outside, JoJo bounced back inside, which I think has been a good move for him. It's good to see him healthy. I thought he made some plays, looked fast. Did a good job, when he got his hands on the football, of creating some offense. Dropped the one kind of wheel route we had him on. Wish he'd have caught that, but but overall I was pretty pleased with how he played, and thought he made some electric plays. It was good to get Jeremy Payne in the game. I thought he ran the ball really well. We're kind of right now searching for who's that next back. We think we have 3 or 4 candidates, but Jeremy Payne, I thought, did a really good job of making an impression today, and was pleased to see how he ran. Thought he ran hard. Jeremy's a reliable guy. He's a mature guy. So it's good to see him get some reps, and like I said, I thought he did a good job when he got his hands on the ball.
The offensive line created some lanes, but they also gave up some plays where you guys were tackled for loss.
Yeah.
Line of scrimmage. Can you talk about how they played?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought our pass protection was really good. I didn't think we run blocked as well as we should have. I think there was some, we've kind of 2 weeks in a row, we've played teams that have really changed their defensive scheme, going into the game. This was a lot different, kind of approach defensively than we kind of expected to see. So, we've got to do a better job of adapting and adjusting. People are kind of chopping the front up on us a little bit, a lot of line movement, and we just got to be really good fundamentally. And I think at times today we probably played a little bit high, probably didn't communicate as well as we should have, recognized some things, and we got to get that cleaned up. And we've got to be able to run the football more efficiently than we did tonight. So that's one of the things that we have to improve, pretty quickly. Thought our pass protection really all night was excellent. Thought those guys did a nice job in the pass pro, but we got to be able to run the football better.
Max Carroll was another young guy, got a lot of reps. What did you see from him?
Yeah, it's good to see Max, go out there and make some plays. Thought he, showed up a bunch, so that was good. Jamel Johnson did the same thing, was kind of around the football a lot, showed up a lot as well. was good to see him do that. You know, again, it's hard to get a shutout in college football today, and thought those guys played well, and some guys that hadn't played that much had to play for us, and some new guys, and I thought for the most part they did a good job, and particularly defensively. You know, they tackled well. We didn't give up really any big plays at all, and contained the quarterbacks. And those two guys are good athletes and can run around. So it was good to see us. You know, I think gave up 127 yards. So it was good to see that.
Coach, it's been a ton of man-to-man on the defensive side. What's been the logic behind that?
Well, I think it's like anything else. I mean, you know, we're going to mix stuff up a little bit. You know, when you can cover, when you feel comfortable covering man, then that obviously allows you to really focus more people on stopping the run, kind of load the box. And so, you know, when I think we feel comfortable doing that, then that's something we want to try to do to get off the field, you know, and be able to really shut the run down, force people to throw the ball a little bit. And then I think the thought is at that point, then we can heat them up and create a little bit of pressure. And so we didn't blitz probably and pressure maybe as much as we normally will or normally have. But you know, I thought we covered pretty well for the most part. We cut a couple of guys loose on one drive, got us in the middle of the field at one time. I think we were a little late getting our safety off the hash and, you know, some things like that. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good performance.
Josh, he tied the single game career high with 14 straight completions. I don't know.
I didn't know that, no. Yeah, I thought he did a good job. I mean, he got really hot, was very accurate throwing the football. I know at one time I think he was like, you know, 17 and 19 or something like that. So completed a lot of balls. You know, had one series where he missed a couple of throws that, you know, you kind of expect him to almost go out and throw it perfectly just because he's so accurate with the ball. Thought he made some good throws down the field, you know, hit the little post route to Blake Nowell. Thought that was a heck of a throw, kind of a deep throw, and got it down the field a little bit. And it was good to see. You know, I think, you know, he did a good job of being patient. I thought, again, our offensive line really protected well and gave him some time to get, you know, off his front side reads and to his backside reads some, and you know, create some down the field throws. But thought he played clean, thought he made good decisions. He obviously took care of the football and, you know, no turnovers, and so that's the big thing for us.
Bud didn't play today. Was that just precautionary?
Yeah, he was sick this week. He had the flu, and so we were going to try to hold him if we could. You know, he just hadn't practiced and, you know, didn't want to. I hate putting somebody out there that hadn't practiced. You know, it just seems like they don't play well, and a lot of times they get injured, and so we just decided to go into the game and use them in an emergency situation, and unfortunately we didn't come to that.
4-yard field goal from Limmerman. Can you talk about your trust level for him?
Yeah, I thought he hit the one early really nice. You know, he missed the second one. You know, he's a young guy that's, you know, learning, and he's going to improve every single week. I think he was more comfortable today. You know, you could see just a little bit more confidence this week than it was last week. I thought Ethan was the same way. When it came to punting the ball, you know, felt like last week was the first time he'd ever punted in a football game, and you know, I thought he was much more comfortable punting today. Hit some long ones, but I thought Kyle was sharp, kicked off well. I thought he kicked off well, particularly into the wind. You know, we didn't have to defend any kickoffs, and which was a big deal. And you know, I think the field goals are coming. The one he missed, I thought he actually hit pretty well. So, you know, it's like anything. You just got to, the more he kicks, the more confidence he's going to have and the better he'll kick.
We'll go 2 more questions.
Coach, we saw 2 returners tonight.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, that's kind of their punter's a junk punter a little bit, puts the ball on the ground. You know, he does that little half rugby. He's a really good punter. And so he does a really nice job of moving the ball around, kicking it away from your punt returner. So we wanted to get it fielded, didn't want to lose that field position, so we had 2 guys back today. This will be probably a one-off. I don't know how much we'll do that this year. I don't know how many times we'll face punters like this. But he's a unique guy. I mean, he does a really good job of kind of rolling to his right and then punting the ball back across to the left part of the field, and has had some really long punts, and so we didn't want to risk giving up those big, those big rolls. And so, you know, put 2 guys back there and fielded most of the punts, and I thought as a result had some pretty good field position.
Last question.
Coach, you mentioned the RB rule earlier. Dominic Johnson.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it was good to see Dominic get in there and run. I mean, he's a big, strong guy. So I thought he ran behind his pads and ran well. You know, I thought Cam looked good tonight as well, like a running back room. Like I said, we're kind of looking for that next guy to be real consistent. Jeremy Payne, like I said, was really, really good. I liked what he did. So we'll kind of see. I mean, it's a deep room. Trey Sanders had a couple of nice runs. Like I said, we need somebody to kind of rise up and become the next guy. I think Dominic was probably the guy tonight, but like I said, I thought Jeremy did some good things, and I think opened our eyes a little bit to what some possibilities are with him. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, I appreciate y'all being here.